I'm going to be building a Minecraft house in 1 minute, 10 minutes, and 1 hour. Each house getting bigger and more detailed as the video goes on. I have no idea what I'm going to do for the 1 minute house, but let's get right into it. Alright, so here we are on the pot with the 1 minute build. Timer of course starts when I place the first block. There'll be a timer at the top right of the screen probably. I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. I got the blocks in a hotbar just because if I didn't do that, then I would spend the whole first build just getting the blocks out. Yeah, I got a bit of a plan here, but I'm not super confident in it. But yeah, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, let's go. It needs to be 5, 2, alright, something like that, I don't know. I did not mean to make it that thin, but who cares? Yeah, I chose slabs over stairs because they're not like directional. I can just place them like anyway. This feels really slow though. I think that's time. I'm actually really happy with this house. I'm gonna double check to make sure it fit into the 1 minute before moving on to the 10 minute house, which you can see has a bigger plot. Can definitely get more done in 10 minutes, obviously, so we're gonna be a bit more ambitious with it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, so after a quick review of this house, unfortunately, I missed the fridge in the 1 minute, so this is the final state of the house here. Not bad though, honestly, for 1 minute. I'll honestly take it. I expected a lot worse, especially compared to the first time I did this kind of video, and yeah, it was bad. The first house of today's video is dedicated to my patron AJ. I really appreciate your support. If you want a house dedicated to you, it's $3 on the Patreon. You also get access to like 100 plus house downloads. But with that out of the way, it's time for the 10 minute house here. I want to switch up the style a bit, so in my head I kind of have like a bit more of like a modern sorta-ish like suburb house. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I think I want to go for like a white to gray kind of block palette here. I don't know, a lot of quartz, gray concrete, that sort of thing. But yeah, with all that out of the way, let's get right into it here. Just start placing blocks. Timer starts, of course, when I place the first block. But yeah, let's get into it. Not exactly sure what I want. Like, I think it's gonna be a bit cramped for space here on this one. Something like that. How far across this? 9. Yep, that works. They're gonna use the whole space here. Something like that. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm worried I'm gonna like do too much and not be able to finish it. So we'll see. Yeah, there's gonna be like a garage section over here, basically. I think, and then like, you know, house over here. I'm gonna texture this 5 times, hopefully I do. I've never built a house in this kind of like block palette before, but I figured I'd give it a shot. No world edit, of course, that'd be cheating. That's not horrible. I think stone brick might look better. Just a bit brighter. Yeah, 10 minutes really is not that much time. Doesn't help that I'm placing blocks really slowly. And I want to try to get a bit of an interior on this. It's the main part. I'll have this part here. A lot of blocks fill in. Let me try to get stone brick out. Be faster to place. Let me know down below if you've been enjoying these kind of like challenge style videos, like, you know, like the blind house and like AI and all that stuff. Also, if you have any ideas for other stuff you want to see on the channel, let me know. I really appreciate any like feedback, of course. I feel like I really need to get like a front lawn kind of thing on this build. Okay, it's not horrible. I don't think. Some like brick patio maybe. Get a bunch of windows in and then I gotta texture these walls like badly. It looks way too flat. Alright, yeah, let's texture this real quick. I feel like I'm like shaking. Like it is not that serious. Nah, it's actually very serious. It's not that bad. We're doing alright on timer now, I think. Let's get a real quick driveway in. Something like that. Oh, let's get like a sidewalk too, I guess. Of course, the garage door, kind of 3-dimensionalness. I don't really know why I do this, but I think it looks good. All right, maybe fence look good here. Iron bars, I think. Kind of like front lawn sort of stuff. Texture this thing, I guess. I don't really know. Let's get a door in. Looks bad. Let's get a different door in. Put it in a block. That's not horrible. Couple lanterns. It's like a garage door panel or something. Doorbell. All right, we got like 4 minutes left, I think. 3-4 minutes. Let's do the simplest interior ever. Door to like the garage. Sandstone floor. I'm just trying to real quick do this. Kitchen here, I guess. Smoke extractor, I guess. I don't even know what I'm doing. Quick island. That takes up like half the house, because why not? Gaming setup or something. I don't know. I think that's the interior about done. I have like a minute and a half, 2 minutes to do a bit more with the exterior here. So whatever kind of small details I can think of. Leaves. And then I gotta texture the roof. That's probably about it. Let's texture the roof real quick. slightly at least. I don't really have time to fully do it. I think that's what I'm gonna call it. I don't want to risk doing anything after the timer. I'm pretty happy with that, honestly. That's not bad. For 10 minutes, that's really not bad at all. Let's do a quick tour here. We'll turn on shaders for this one, why not? Quick shader look. I'm actually pretty happy with this house. Kind of gets the feeling across I wanted like a kind of modernish like suburb house, you know, a lot of gray and white. Quick tour, of course, not much of a tour to do, you know, interior. I'm pretty happy with the interior, honestly, for like how quickly I did it. Of course, you got the fridge, that's all that matters. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. This house is dedicated to my patron Simon, I really appreciate it. But with that, it's 10-minute house done. Let's move on to the 1 hour house. I have no idea what I'm gonna do for this. I'm gonna think for a minute. All right, so after a lot of thinking, I think I finally got kind of an idea for the 1 hour house. Timer, of course, starts when I place the first block, so yeah, let's get into it. I know I wanted on like some kind of hill, like cliffside sort of thing in the front. But other than that, like, I don't know, I have a rough idea for the shape. We'll see. I don't want to go too big with the hill here because usually I just use world edit for all this, but I don't use world edit in this video, so world edit is cheating, obviously. I'm making maybe 5 or 6 blocks tall. Go for like a very light gradient. I feel like it's been a minute since I like did a lot of landscaping in a video, but you know, kind of house building channel at this point. I do plan on doing like some kind of landscape video soon though, so I don't know how soon is, but you know, it's on the horizon. All right, you know what? I think I still got it. Bit of shaping here. And we should be done with the landscape. I don't want to spend too much time on this. It's kind of just like what I'm gonna build the house on, obviously. Like the build itself is way more important. I think this looks pretty good. I'm gonna extend this around, which might actually take a minute. I don't want to do this. I committed to no world edit, and I want it to be solid on the back, so I'm gonna fill it in. All right, let's do the blocks in. I'm gonna texture this like real quick. All right, I think that broke it up enough. Let's real quick get grass in here. This is actually taking forever. I'm gonna do the edges too. Why not? If I don't finish the house at the end of this, we're just gonna pretend I didn't spend like 5 minutes on landscape. But I think it'll be worth it, assuming I actually finish the build, obviously. All right, that was more than the amount of effort I should have put into that. I'm pretty happy with the landscape though. I want to try to get the shape out, what I'm gonna do for the house itself. I kind of have a bit of an idea, but not like a whole plan. Yeah, I do kind of have an idea, but I want to like, I don't want to do the same thing all the time, but I'm kind of at risk of doing the same thing all the time. I'm gonna try to get the shape out for what I want to do here. I want this middle part, like a stone foundation. I want to avoid like doing frames and stuff since I definitely overdo that. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have a frame on this house like at all. I'm gonna texture this a lot, obviously. Something like that, and like the next layer, tall roofs leading in like a point. On the right, I'm gonna have like a tower here with like a windmill on it, and I think I'm gonna have like a left part that's also really tall, but like skinnier. I think it's kind of a goal. I'm gonna make this foundation part taller, I think. Just thinking like the balance, kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but I know what I mean in my head. You know what I mean? You need different heights and stuff, obviously. I'm thinking like white walls. Some of that might be like better taller. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna kind of get the like general shape and everything in, and then I'll go back obviously and actually use my brain and think about how I want things to look. I want to like try a lot of new things in this like kind of challenge video sort of thing. So yeah, that's why there's like the modern like suburb style house in the middle for the 10-minute. You know, it's definitely a build. I think this needs to come out here. I have no idea. Maybe make it like round-ish. I don't know exactly. Yeah, let's make this like square. Something like that. There's really a risk here that I'm gonna build something that looks really bad. But I'm prepared for it. I'm used to it. And then maybe we have like a that slopes up into it. I honestly don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, maybe slope up into it, and this will look like that, and this will be like a windmill, and maybe we have another tall section coming out of the roof over here. I think that's kind of the idea I have in my head right now. Let's get the shape of the roof in, kind of just help me plan everything out. I'm not that confident in this build, I'm not gonna lie. I want to say like trust the process, but I don't think I trust the process, so I don't know if I could tell you to trust the process, but we'll see. I don't think I'm gonna use spruce here either. I want to use like a more interesting block probably. I think it needs to be taller. Well, that looks bad, so maybe not. I'm really building like I'm not on a time limit right now. I kind of want to do like prismarine and like copper on the roof, but I don't know if I'm gonna like that or not. You know, and this roof kind of, it's like a bit too small. Maybe we bring it out another block, maybe. I'm not sure we're gonna have time to do interior on this one. I'm kind of building like I am not on a time limit, but I definitely am. That looks horrendous. Very cool. Something like that maybe. I don't know if I like this, but it should like intersect like that. That's not too bad. This tower is what I'm like actually worried about, because it's like way too like wide. So we need to like try to cap it off somehow, like make it smaller. Trying to avoid frames on stuff as well, which is making this difficult. I have to texture all this white wool too with like calcite and stuff, so this is gonna actually be a nightmare. I think you might see what I'm trying to do with the shape here, maybe. Originally I was gonna do a cone, but maybe I just do like a, I'm not exactly sure actually, never mind. I have no idea what I'm doing. It doesn't look horrible, I don't think. This needs to go taller though. I'm very concerned with the scale here. I don't think we're gonna have time to finish this, but whatever, we'll try. I'm just gonna commit to prismarine, I think. I've seen so many really cool builds with prismarine, and I'm not good enough to do them, so we're trying here. Something like that. I'm just gonna get like a bunch of prismarine in, I think. Maybe prismarine with like a spruce frame on it. That might not be bad. I really gotta start like picking up the pace here though, because I do not have all day. I think the idea is dark prismarine with copper at the top. I don't think we're getting an interior on this house. All right, let's be real. I think I like the idea of it not, whatever, we'll frame it, why not? I can't decide. I don't think I have the confidence to not put spruce around it. I think this is the type of build that's gonna look really bad until I get the gradients in. If I have time to get the gradients in. Hopefully I have time to get the gradients in. Looks like almost a church, I don't know. It's not the intention, but whatever. If you're enjoying the video, by the way, consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. Trying to hit 100K this year. I know it's like a kind of crazy goal. I'm not sure about it, but we'll see. I plan on putting a lot this month, so you know, subscribe, stay notified, all that. Join the Discord, you know. I don't have a timer up. I'm just kind of looking at my recording length. I think we're like about 20 minutes in, so maybe we're not doing as bad as I thought. All right, what are we thinking? It's interesting. I don't really have time to just sit back and look at it. I don't hate it. This part looks a bit weird. I don't know what I could really do here. Yeah, no. All right, let's just ignore that. Let's come back to that. Let's start texturing some stuff though. I do like the shape, so I'm happy we got the shape down at least. Let's texture the foundation first. Get a door in and all that stuff. Originally I was putting on my staircase. I don't know if I'm gonna do that anymore. Maybe just have a big door here. All right, it's not bad. Make a window here. Even though I don't think it makes sense to have a window in the foundation much, but sure. All right, whatever, let's get the texturing in. Going for like a pretty classic gradient here. At least I think. It's pretty classic to me. It's like gradient, it's like a lot of blocks. Something vaguely like that. Some andesite, obviously. Might look a bit like noisy, but I don't know. I think it's fine. When you're doing something that's like this flat, you kind of need a lot of texture to balance it out, obviously. But I like it, I think. Yeah, it's not bad. All right, let's do this everywhere, I guess. All right, that's foundation textured. I like the way it looks. I don't know what to say about it. Very insightful commentary, I know. All right, let's start working with the windows. I also have no idea. Maybe just one like big window here. Maybe too big. Campfires, maybe. I'm trying to just like stray away a bit from like how I usually do stuff. It's not bad. Maybe some kind of like bottom on it. Can't do any like super detailed stuff yet, so I gotta texture it still. All right, let's texture it actually, and then we'll come back to it. I don't hate it. I don't particularly like it, but yeah, let's get calcite and I don't know the word. Concrete powder. Let's put a diorite too. I don't know, get the usuals. That's not bad, I don't think. We're getting there, kind of, slowly. Let's get like signs, I think. I feel like these look good to like kind of frame it without framing it, like exactly. Yeah, it's not bad. I like the idea of having stuff here, but I don't know if I could fit it. That looks slightly better, I think. It isn't horrible. I don't like this. Yeah, it just looks better like that. Yeah, that just looks better. Let's get this like windmill in it. Oh, maybe actually wait. Yeah, I want to do a gradient on this roof. I guess with warped. I was thinking copper too, but I don't know if that really fits. Maybe it does. Just gotta be confident with me. I know I have a fair share of Prismarine haters in my audience, so should be thrilled with this one. I like that. I think I like that. We'll make it not like perfect either. I think we'll do some of it at the bottom, but like in like patches. I think is kind of the best way to describe it. Like something like that. Even just like blue here without the copper. I guess not bad. Doesn't copper have like? Yeah, there's these as well. I don't know if the oxidized stuff really fits. I think it's too brown. Yeah, I don't like it. Like too orange, I guess. That doesn't look bad though. Let's get the other side real quick. That might be good for the roof, I think. I like it. I honestly do like it. I wasn't really sure of it before, but I think I like it. All right, I want to get a windmill in, but I'm not confident I can even fit it. I could put it on the side. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if I can fit this. Yeah, I don't think this is fitting. I don't think this is fitting. Can't even think about how to do this. Okay. Yeah, it's obviously not fitting. All right, we're gonna put it on the side. I guess we want a windmill. I think in my head I was gonna make this tower taller and also farther out, but no, I think we'll put it on the side though. I think it'll still good. It's not that bad. I think it's like 2 layers. For full transparency here, I do have a reference image of when I built a windmill like 5-6 months ago. So I'm copying something, but I'm copying myself, so I don't know if it really counts. Not like it matters, it's gonna look bad anyway. Nah, I gotta be positive. And I like fences. I have no concept how much time I have left. Well, like 25 minutes maybe. If that's anywhere right, you have to subscribe. I don't make the rules. That is not a bad windmill, I don't think. Not like I really know what a good windmill will look like, but that feels not terrible. It looks a bit thick from this side, but I think we'll leave it. I don't want to use glass in this build. It just feels like it doesn't fit. That's not bad. Let's get a window here, kind of in the way. We'll just get like one like this, I guess. I don't know. That's not terrible. I don't think. I think I'm gonna close this off. Maybe not. Maybe scaffolding behind it. Why not? Trying all types of things here. We'll get a bit of like plant life here. I'm gonna do a pot on this one actually. It's definitely an interesting build. I don't know if I like it or if I don't like it, but it's coming along. Let's get another window on the back. I think I actually want this to like, this look good if it's sloped into it. Maybe not quite like that. I don't. There's a slab, I guess. Why not? All right, some leaves. All right, let me finish up this like landscaping, like mud, like podzol, I guess. Coarse dirt. It's not bad. Let's get like grass, typist, and like ferns. If I did this whole landscape, I gotta finish it, you know. It's on the side of a cliff. I feel like a fence makes sense here. Get a couple lanterns. I don't want to overdo it, but I don't know. It feels like it fits, I guess. I'm not 100% sure about the windmill, but we'll leave it. Why not? Let's copy the window back here. Not sure if I even like the scaffolding, but why not? I get told by people I don't use it enough because like people expect me to kind of use it for windows and I just never do. So why not? Probably have like what, like 19 minutes maybe? Feels about right in my head. I don't like these. Trapdoors probably look better. Yeah, it just thins it out because it's better shape. It's plant life around, obviously. I don't want to like overdo it, but I don't know. It looks fine. Interesting. Let's get grass on the bottom too, obviously. I don't know how I forgot that. Some leaves as well. I don't want it to look like an afterthought that it's on a cliff because I spent so long doing it. I want it to actually look good. All right, that's not bad. I think I put some more signs around. Bit of detail. I don't know. Just on the corners. Okay, we're getting there. A window here. All right, honestly, like that's not bad. Let's get some leaves on the roof. I think, bit of like moss, and then I think we'll try for a quick interior. I have no guarantees on it though. Just a bit of moss and like leaves. I don't want to overdo it. All right, that's probably about all I'm gonna do for the outside. Maybe actually like a flower pot of some kind would look good here. I don't know, like something like this. Like it definitely looks a bit bulky, but I think I like it overall. All right, let's get a quick interior, and I think I could actually get something done in this much time. I can't guarantee it'll be even decent, but whatever. Do a tough floor. I don't think I've ever done that before. Something like that. We'll do spruce, I guess. I don't even know what layer it should be at. I think one higher, right? All right, you know, for how bad this house looked at the beginning, I am really happy with it. I know I feel like I'm like never super happy with like anything I build, but for how rough this looked at the start, I'm happy with it. What's like the quickest, lowest effort ways to make an interior space look good? Bookshelves, because it's like a basement up like a workshop sort of area down here, I guess. All right, quick low effort basement done. I don't know what to do for this floor. All right, quick question. What's the lowest effort way to make an interior space look good? See if you learned anything from last time. Of course, you already know what we gotta put here. The fridge. Surprisingly decent interior we're getting there. Especially for how little time we had. Yeah, I don't have a lot of time, so we're just gonna bookshelf spam. Bookshelves look good through windows too, so it's kind of a cheat. I also like just putting like support beams kind of around sometimes. Again, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm like that amazing at interiors or anything, but just like stuff like this to kind of break up the space and everything, just it goes a long way, honestly. You can also hang like lights from these and stuff. But yeah, for the sake of time, I'm just gonna put a lot of bookshelves. Why not? I think that might be like about it. I think I'm good on time too. It's kind of surprising. What, I just punched? Okay, that's pretty obvious. Yeah, finishing this like ahead of time was not something I even like anticipated as a possibility. I think what I'm gonna do is do like a wheat field with the rest of the time, like here, maybe. Add a bit of color to it, a bit of yellow. Some like hay bale bundles or something, I don't know. Just feel like Aura 08 Classic coming in there. It's been a minute since I built one of these on channel. If that's not worth the subscription, I don't know what is. Alright, but yeah, with the hay bales, I think I'm actually gonna call it. Oh, wait, never mind, 1 second. We're just gonna, you know, so it looks good through the window. You know, just some simple stuff in here. Alright, I think that's honestly all I have for this build. Let's take a look at shaders. I'm actually really happy with it. Real quick before shaders though, this house is dedicated to my patron Sekii, I think is how you'd say it. I really appreciate it. But yeah, with that, I think that's about it. Let me zoom in here. I actually really like that house. It's a banger. Quick tour, of course. You know, quick basement. I actually really like the way this interior came out too, for the most part. Obviously, I didn't like do too much, like more than I had to. So yeah, it's the 1 minute house, the 10-minute house, and the 1 hour house. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing and checking out the Patreon and checking out the Discord. I really appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next one. Bye.